I'm not entirely sure.
It's her cunt. It's her giant cunt.
Teddy Grabowski and Christian Sundance here in the first of 3 semifinals tonight at HCL 6 Arm Bar and Grill.
Yes.
And Sundance throwing some big bombs coming over the top, but goes for the takedown and good sprawling, but Grabowski falls victim to the takedown the second attempt.
I'm telling you, it's going to be the upset. Christian Sundance is going to pull it through. They're going to knock that old-timey butthead into the ass again.
I think Sundance has been fighting with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't like being considered the underdog, even though I would say is. He says he belongs here. He belongs in the HCL. He belongs in the title contention.
Wait, somebody disagrees with Randy Roselach? Fuck him then. I'm a petty now.
Well, Randy going...
I roll.
Okay. I'm very glad you're not drunk, but it looks like you're... Okay, he's ordering beer now. Wonderful.
Getting there.
Well, Sundance keeping busy from that... Now moving the mount from that ground position. But Grabowski able to just kind of reverse it. And this isn't Grabowski's game, the ground fighting. He's going to want to stand this up, but he's throwing a couple good shots. But I got to say, he might want to stand this up because Sundance has proven to be a very good ground fighter.
I've never punched the ground before. I've never hit a rock or anything like that, so I can't really comment.
2 minutes, let's go.
That's probably fair.
Never kicked dirt. Never raped it free.
And of course, the winner of this fight will go to HCL 8 to compete for the light heavyweight championship. And boy, is that going to be a huge fight.
Monumental.
Both these men.
So big.
Grabowski working from the mounted position, very impressive. He's really rounded out his game. He's not just boxing. He still doesn't throw a lot of kicks, but he knows that he has to have a ground game to be able to compete in HCL. And he's trying to posture up and throw some bombs, but not quite doing anything at the moment.
Now, if only he was throwing literal bombs, that'd make things much more interesting, even if he was throwing them into the dirty Canadian crowd.
And Sundance up against that cage. That's got to be uncomfortable, just pressing up against it. Not only that, but being forced to bear all of his weight. And that's the end of round 1.
Do you think that's uncomfortable? Try being handcuffed to that and having a Puerto Rican hooker blow you off. You feel like sandpaper.
Aha.
Dry mouth, bitch.
I see.
From the game plan. Are you paying attention?
And of course, just to let everyone know, the winner of this fight will take on the winner of the main event from HCL 7, which is of course Ralph Marshall and Paul Bunyip. So, 4 very impressive semifinalists. And I gotta say, any combination of those guys will make for a fantastic title fight.
I agree.
And there we see some...
The law guys, I agree. I like that Bunyip though. I'm gonna be pulling from him.
You fight that 2-on-1. If he gets that body lock, you gotta fight it off.
Which bitch is that again?
That of course is Moose Knuckle.
Okay, Moose Knuckle. Beautiful, beautiful Moose Knuckle. Oh.
That was disturbing, Randy.
Hey, don't judge me, alright? I'll judge you and your necrophilia.
Teddy Neverland gets us started with round 2 as Grabowski able to block the first attempt for a takedown. And again, Sundance really trying to control him on the ground, even though Grabowski beat him on the ground in the first round, I would have to say. And he's trying to keep the distance. And he gets the takedown finally. He's going to want to close that distance. The knockout power from Grabowski occurs at full extension. So if you want to close down those punches, you got to just get a lot closer as Sundance moves to mount. But just like that, Grabowski able to buck him off.
They got to get close to each other.
Yes, this is of course the hugging that I know you're a big fan of, Randy. But
I love
Grabowski keeping very busy, throwing a lot of punches.
Never seen anyone throw a punch. That'd be kind of difficult.
And Grabowski working from half guard.
Just punching him in the face now. How dare you say I'm wrong? Fuck him.
Sundance now working the rubber guard, but again, Grabowski decided to keep this standing, and Sundance tries to go for a quick takedown while Grabowski was close by, but again, it's just now just absorbing all of those punches right to the face.
You know who I am? I'm Randy fucking Rosenlodge. Very Samurai.
Please, Randy, it's just a beer vendor.
Up there he.
And Grabowski has the back of Sundance, but Sundance able to turn it around, and I question the intelligence of that decision for Grabowski to maybe go for a submission or something. He's going to want to stand this up as you see a cut opening up over the left eye of Sundance, going for mission control right now to kind of block any sort of attempt to pass, but Grabowski passes the side control.
Make eye contact with me, I'll fucking show you.
Grabowski again in side control here. And he's trying to trap that arm, but every time he does, Sundance is able to reverse it, and he's working from half guard right now. Grabowski going to try to get out of this position. It's been a very close round. Neither guy really landed any sort of strong strikes. As Sundance held up against that cage. Grabowski again trying to trap the arm, but leaves himself prone to get swept.
I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Moose Antler? I think the king about that red mustache. He does, doesn't he? You're a killer.
Well, the mustache Teddy Grabowski still looks flawless, no cuts. He looks the better of the two, as Christian Sundance has some cuts opening up underneath both eyes. They're not going to stop the fight for that. Those are not in the way. They're not. The only time you see it worried about that is over the eye, when you can get blood in your eye, and that's something that they'll stop a fight for. But there you see one of those shots going right to the cut. It's like a target right on his face, and Grabowski has hit it a couple of times. Very close round as you see Sundance maybe dominated on the ground, but neither fighter really did enough to really dominate the round, but we still got another one to go, as there we see Beavertail, our lovely three escorts from the gentleman's establishment.
Yeah, the great cut doors. You got a problem with that word there, buddy?
No, just trying to maintain the last semblance of professionalism here in the HCL, as Grabowski and Sundance here in round 3 of the semifinals of the light heavyweight championship tournament. Grabowski again stuffing the takedown, but Sundance with the second attempt is able to get it and moves right to side control.
Controlling the sides. Kind of difficult.
That means he's past both of his legs, and he's kind of literally in like a wrestling pin sort of position. As Grabowski has Sundance up against the cage, and now has his back, back into the guard. He's able to roll through. Grabowski trying to, I don't really understand this strategy. He stuffs the takedown once more. Grabowski maybe trying to prove that he's a more well-rounded fighter as he stuffs another takedown. It seems every time Sundance goes for 2 in a row is when he gets it. So I question him going for 1 and then standing it up again. And these guys are just throwing lefts and rights right now. There's a big shot! And Grabowski with 1 left hook knocks out Christian Sundance.
Wrong again. What you get? Fly switch.
What a huge shot from Grabowski! And in the 3rd round, Teddy Neverland gets right in to stop the unnecessary violence. And there we see the wind up. It comes from the back seat. He's able to wind up, shift his weight, throw that left hook, and we can see it from the aerial cam. He fakes with the right, and then he's able to set his weight on his left foot and bring the entire force of his 205-pound frame into that left hook. And Sundance is out before he hits the mat. And he's still getting tended to right now. Let's go to Drunk Bruce Buffer with the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 7 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring La Gagnante and the winner by knockout, the Bull.
Teddy the Bull Grabowski booked himself a spot in the light heavyweight finals at HCL 8. And what an impressive way to do it. But Randy, that's only the first of 3 semifinals tonight.